about to meet up with my friend Gabi, and we are going to brunch.
Hi, I'm Amber Fischer.
And I'm Gabi Rivera.
And we're best friend nutritionists in San Antonio, Texas. On Eat With Us, we show you what we actually eat at restaurants and how we make healthy eating part of our everyday lifestyle. What's up, girl?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good, girl.
So, show them where we're going. Max and Louise. We're gonna show y'all what's up.
Yeah, I really want a waffle, so.
She wants a waffle. I could go for a waffle.
I'm excited.
Me too. All right, so we are fresh off of our lunch at, or I guess it was really brunch.
Yeah.
Brunch at Max and Louis. So we have some stuff to talk about what we experienced there. So first of all, let's talk about what we ordered. So, you know, this is not one of those places that's like known for being a healthy place.
No.
And one of the reasons we wanted to start this show was to show you that if you're living a healthy lifestyle, you can really eat anywhere, you know. And I would challenge you guys to show us a place where you can't eat, and maybe you'll what do you call that? You'll stump us. Maybe you'll stump us. So here's what we ordered. I got the hash and eggs. So this is a potato-based dish. It is fried, but it has corned beef, it has eggs in it, and it has peppers and onions and things like that. And it came with toast, which I didn't really want the toast, but I wasn't going to eat it anyway, so I went ahead and let them bring it to me. And so the reason I got that because I had just come from a workout, so I needed a little bit extra carbohydrate for muscle recovery. I think that's something that, you know, sometimes we neglect, is that sometimes carbs can be to our benefit, right? So I actually wanted some potatoes. One reason I picked is because it had a lot of protein in it. Corned beef, eggs, so it was a lot of protein, and then it had some vegetables in it, which was important to me. I wanted to get some nutrient benefit from it, right? Even though it was brunch and I wasn't super concerned about making it like the healthiest meal in the world. But I think it was a decent option. What did you get, Gabi?
So I got an omelet, and I haven't worked out yet, but I'm going to work out later on today. So I really was craving a waffle, and I've been craving waffles for like the whole week. So I wanted to have the waffle, but I also wanted to have some kind of protein. So I opted for egg whites, so that way I could have the waffle, have a little bit higher carb intake, but still I was keeping in mind just like making sure that my macros were balanced for the whole meal. And so I got the waffle on the side, and it also came with potatoes and toast. So egg whites, and then I got extra veggies, and then I also got bacon and avocado. So kind of, again, what I was thinking about was making sure that I was getting veggies, I was getting a good amount of protein, I was getting some carbs in there, but there's some things that I could have opted out. For example, the extra toast or the extra potatoes, I could have perhaps gotten fruit or something like that. And then the waffle, I wasn't really so impressed on the waffle after all. I didn't eat it all, so yeah.
Yeah, I feel like one thing that we really wanted to kind of make clear with all of this stuff is that you know, we're real people too, and we don't eat like the most perfect diet all the time. And it's not about that. It's about living a lifestyle that is, you know, healthier and making better choices. Not always the best choice, right? But better choices. So my regret on my dish was just, you know, it was a little heavy. So I feel like I ate a lot.
Yeah, me too.
But I didn't really eat that much. With the fact that it was fried, I kind of wished that I had more gone the omelet route like her. I wished that it came out with not as much like actual vegetables in it as I was hoping for, and I've had it other times where it did, so it just all depends on the day, right? But yeah, it was kind of heavy. And one thing we were talking about while we were eating is how, you know, like neither of us finished our meals. So I'll show you what the table looked like when we were done. And I think it's really important to remember that too. Like sometimes we get into this mode that if we ordered it, we've got to finish it, right?
Yeah.
Or we have to take it home so we can eat it later. And a lot of people get into this sort of problem with that because either they finish this meal that was like way too much for them, or else they take it home and then they're living off it the rest of the weekend, and it kind of like sets them back because then they get used to eating that, and it's hard to get back into your like more healthier choices, routine, right? Your routine,
yeah. It throws you off for sure.
It throws you off. So, we left a lot of that food there, which, you know, maybe is like slightly wasteful, but I think it's what.
But I also feel like it's kind of setting your boundary too, because it's like if I take it home, it might be a trigger for me having bread in the house. So let me not take that home because I know that it will be a trigger for me to continue eating that for the rest of the weekend. So
yeah, that's so true. Yeah, so we were talking about how sometimes you eat a meal and you get really full really fast, even though it's not that much food. And I think a lot of people are kind of would assume like, okay, well, it's not that much food, so it probably wasn't that many maybe calories or whatever it may be. And so they kind of stuff themselves more because they feel like my stomach should be able to hold more than this, and they're kind of enjoying the taste of it. But it's important to know when to be mindful of your body and when it is ready to be done, because there's a lot of hidden things that go on in restaurants. So one thing that you mentioned, right, is about the butter.
Yeah, so like they had a bottle of butter or oil. I'm pretty sure it was butter because oil has a different color, and it was separating at the top, so it looked like butter. And they were really coating the pans and stuff that they were cooking with butter. Observations that I'm looking at just from the kitchen, because it's like kind of open, is that they're putting butter on a lot of the stuff that they're cooking. So they use a lot of butters and stuff to cook the eggs and whatever else that they're doing.
Do you feel like, is it real butter? Can you tell?
Oh yeah.
Or is it like
melted?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's like in a little squirter thing.
Okay.
So it's just like which. So if you're thinking about calories, butter obviously is going to add up quicker, and you're not going to obviously see it, but if you're eating something, that's why you actually might be getting full, because all that butter and oil content actually has a lot of calories and it adds up quick. So
yeah, so don't always trust your eyes. Trust your stomach and your gut and what it's telling you, because with oil in particular, like when we talk about calorie contents for different macronutrients, fat has more calories than proteins or carbs. So it's, you know, you get more in a smaller space. So if it's coating your food, you know, like that can add up really, really quick. And it can really throw you off because you don't feel like you ate that much, but yet you feel full. So listen to those signals, right? Like we ignore those signals a lot, especially if we've really been looking forward to this. Like Gabby and I were both looking forward to a waffle, right?
I really wanted that waffle, y'all.
We did, but we got full on other stuff. And we didn't really like the waffle in the end. It wasn't that good. That was good, right?
Yeah, the waffle.
So yeah, okay, another thing we talked about, accommodations. So with butter, for example, we could tell that they were using a lot of butter to cook with, right? But one thing that is important to remember, a lot of my clients are kind of shy to ask about this, but if you're paying for your food somewhere, you can ask for accommodations. Like if you're dairy free, you can ask that they not use dairy. And if they can accommodate that, they will. So don't be afraid to ask.
So I feel like this is a big tip that I tell a lot of my clients. You're paying for your food, so you can be as picky as you want. So in situations like these, you ask for what you want. Don't be afraid to ask. They'll accommodate you when you're paying.
Yeah, and if they can accommodate you, they'll let you know.
Yeah. And if they don't accommodate you, then just don't come back. Just that simple. Make sure that you ask for what you want. And for example, when I ordered the omelet, it said it was going to come with eggs. And I asked her, could I have egg whites instead of the whole egg? And she's like, yeah, no problem. So it's really just asking and asking nicely. They got you.
Yeah,
do it.
They'll do it, and they're used to people asking about stuff. So don't be afraid.
Yeah.
I know, like culturally, especially as women, we like don't want to make waves, and we don't want people to like be annoyed at us or whatever. But they're used to people asking for accommodations with food. It's no big deal. So
Yeah.
if you're trying to follow like a strict protocol for whatever reason, like get what you need to get out of the meal. And
You're
if
paying.
yes, and they will make something special for you too at a lot of places.
They
If you just
really
ask
will.
them like, hey, can you just make me some like egg whites? And I don't know.
You know who does that? IHOP.
Oh,
Maybe we should go there next.
there you go. Maybe we'll go there next. Do you guys have ideas of places that you would like us to go?
Let us know where you want to go. I
Let
love
us
taking on a challenge, and if anybody knows, I will find a way
Yes.
to make it work. So
I'm already thinking about
challenges.
like fast food places where I'm going to show y'all.
Easy.
Easy stuff.
No excuses.
No excuses. So if you want to live like this, then it has to really be a lifestyle. And that includes when you meet up with your bae
Yeah.
and you go out to lunch. All right? Okay, guys. We will talk to y'all later.
This is going to be